All right, guys.
Who's ready to podcast?
Who's ready to podcast? How do we look? Are we framed?
Yeah, we've been rolling this whole time.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow.
we'll make sure to let everyone
Austin,
know the
once
podcast
again-
starts 17 minutes in.
Once again, dressing like a Gen Z who bought all his swag from Kohl's.
Yeah.
It says Coors, not Kohl's, idiot.
Yeah, but it looks like your mom bought all your clothes with Kohl's cash.
She did.
Moms love buying clothes at Kohl's for you.
What? Why is he rolling up his jeans like that?
I do that.
Yeah.
We both do that.
But yours look good because it's like with the boot.
I like doing it.
It looks weird because these are like high tops. It looks weird because sometimes they like snag into here and it looks good.
He has a boot.
Are those Velcro high tops?
Yeah, I mean you can tie them, but you can also It's
Are
like
they
the-
Reeboks?
No, they're Nike.
Oh, nice.
My sister has a pair. We got matching pairs. For
Kyle, how's your bets been doing?
so bad, dude. I've been getting fucking murdered. I can't wait for football season to be over because I cannot stop losing money.
Football season, I lose less money because there's like less games, but
Yeah.
then you get to NCAA, and I don't know what's going on. Like why this 19-year-old kid isn't hitting shots. He's like smoked his vape too much last night or something.
Yeah.
And I'm screaming at like 18-year-old kids. At the screen.
College sports is like the hardest thing to bet on, I think.
It's the easiest thing to fix. I just don't know how to do it. All right. This is the Baubak Podcast. Our first one in 2023.
Love it.
The Jordan year.
Yes. I wore my Michael Jordan shirt to celebrate.
It's our Jordan year.
yeah,
Our
Yeah.
Jordan year.
We're all 23 this year.
We're all 23. What I would do to be 23?
Really? I don't remember 23 that well.
Who does? I mean, if you were alcoholic,
I was very drunk.
Yeah.
I was so drunk.
you know.
I was
Austin's going
so
to remember
drunk.
23.
Yeah, I feel like that's whenever I started to land the plane with being just the drunkest human alive.
At 23, like
yeah,
take it
I
easy,
was like,
dude.
all right, we got to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, at 23 you slow down. I mean,
Still
come
having
on.
a bumpy landing at like 27, but I landed it.
Oh,
I landed it.
I've had a
I'm only
bumpy
27.
landing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be 28.
Yeah.
You're only 2 years older than me.
You know,
It's not a big deal.
me turning 33 this year was just,
Dude, one time I was not even that long ago, like maybe like 2 months ago. It was my girlfriend's birthday, and we were at a bar where I work, and this guy, jokingly to this guy, she goes, "Yeah, I'm 28," and then this guy and I go, "Yeah, I just turned 27, so you know, like whatever." And this guy goes, "Wow, you look like shit." I was like, "Fuck you, man!" You know, because he's like 25. What are you gonna say to him?
dude, I've been 25 and people have said that to me.
I looked like shit at 20. I looked 30 at 25.
Oh, since I was 15, I've looked like a 32-year-old
Yeah,
middle-aged Mexican man.
yeah. I love it. I feel like you've changed now. Like this is a little different, but you were kind of on your leisure wear kick, and that was really like it was so fun to see. It was just you had weekend dad vibes so hard,
Dude, the drip is not leaving, okay?
Yes.
They look nice. How much does one of those cost? Could I afford it? You can
I-
whisper it in my ear.
I could just buy you one.
I like how you're like-
you're my girlfriend.
I can just buy it for you.
So
Don't look at prices. I'm like Pretty Woman. He's like,
No.
don't look at the price. You're beautiful. You can have whatever you
Pretty
want.
Woman actually put out. So
Oh yeah.
we do have some great lights. Austin will remember his 23rd year of just constantly buying more equipment.
We have less lights than
We have less
ever
lights.
now.
New year, less lights. That's what we're saying on
Yes.
this
Yeah,
podcast.
because they sold the lights for their own profit.
Yeah.
I'm like, where's this
Well, they're
equipment?
funny.
Last year was the year of embezzlement.
Yeah. Insider trading.
This
Yeah,
year's just
no.
the year of just stealing.
After what happened with SBF, Sam Bankman, they've decided not to embezzle. They're like, we might get in trouble for this.
We're just
we
going
don't
to
wanna get in
blatantly
trouble.
steal now.
No, because if you're anything like him, you won't get in trouble.
That's true. White?
All you have to do is white.
White.
That's true. If you're white, you don't get in trouble.
I am white.
You're white.
I am pretty white. What if I told you that my dad was Hispanic? Would you believe me?
Dude, he hit the Taco Bell thing for Hispanic. Oh my God. We just lost all our Hispanic viewers.
Bader's doing a play-by-play of the podcast.
I can't believe it.
That was,
I can't.
That was like a football commentator.
I
That
can't
was so
believe what he
funny.
just did. I like it. Oh,
Dude,
man.
I used to think the Nick, what made him not powerful was just the fact that he's never drank a glass of water. And then to see him just nail that Taco Bell sound cue and then pull back on a Coca-Cola, it's something beautiful.
Yeah. And
Do
Taco
you-
Bell uses Pepsi products too, so I'm kind of all over the place. You know?
Why does any restaurant use Pepsi products?
Because of Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew has got to be the only reason.
Is that right?
Well, we started using it at some of our bars like 5, 6, or 7 years ago.
Ew.
We switched from Coca-Cola because Pepsi had a big headquarters here, and in order for them to do happy hours with their executives and stuff, we had to carry Pepsi product, and it was worth it for us
Yeah.
because they'd come out. Like, it was like young professionals coming out to hang out.
Imagine
Yeah.
though you're in like a Pepsi advertising meeting and you're like, how do we get more people to drink Pepsi? And I'm like, what if we just put Coke in the can? I feel like that would solve it. Pepsi tastes like
Can you taste the difference? for real?
1,000%.
See, I'm not such a pop guy that I could really tell.
Not me,
that
me
much.
neither, but I used to be. And Pepsi is, I don't know.
Remember Crystal Clear Cola?
Yeah.
That was like, fuck, that was like 30 years ago.
Yeah. It was,
Coca-Cola, right? Coca-Cola.
It was Crystal Pepsi, but they brought it back recently.
Crystal Pepsi was the. I have a shirt. I have a Crystal Pepsi shirt.
Yeah.
That makes sense for you.
They brought
Yeah,
it
that
back
makes
like
sense.
2 years ago.
It's probably about as good as the shirt you're wearing now.
Whoa.
That's a good
Whoa.
shirt, asshole.
Yeah, I don't think I really ever drank this that much. I was more of a Surge guy when I was a kid.
Dude, they have Surge at Burger King. You know
Surge
that?
is good.
It's like the only place you can find it.
I'll have some Surge.
What is Surge? Like a Mountain Dew?
So Surge is just a heavily caffeinated. Yeah, it's like Mountain Dew. It's like high caffeine. It's kind of it's pre-energy drink, but it was like energy drink vibes.
It's more lime based. It's a big lime.
I don't remember it for that, but I do remember having a sleepover when I was like in 5th or 6th grade. We'd have these sleepovers for my birthday. That's what I'd want to do. And so all my friends would come over, and then we'd put on a wrestling show.
And then you
Like
guys
we'd do like a fake pay-per-view, and we would get so fucked up on Surge. Like my mom would buy cases of Surge, and like me and like 10 other 5th grade boys would like just chug Surge.
Why would
Like,
your mom want to
just
put
like,
herself through that? Of just like 30 boys.
It was my birthday.
Oh. So
Yeah.
you guys were up to like 1 in.
Oh yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
just wrestling each other?
Just fighting each other, just beating the shit out of each other. We had like our basement wasn't done, so we would have like Nerf wars down there, and you could shoot each other through the walls.
I forgot how
It was
big
raw.
that was.
Damn, I want to be a kid.
Yeah, just
We
being a
can
kid.
be.
Being an
Can
adult
be.
sucks dick. All I did today was work, and then I gotta go back to work.
we should bring Nerf guns to LA.
Yeah.
I
Nerf
like
guns?
that idea. Nerf guns are every Christmas. If you don't know what to get, just get Nerf guns for like what do you guys call it? White elephant, black elephant?
Oh, white elephant.
Definitely white elephant.
Yeah.
It's not black elephant. Oh, I'm thinking of something else, Chris.
What about a brown elephant?
Brown elephant. Yeah, you guys want to have a brown elephant?
What are the rules of that one?
What about the elephant walk?
I don't want to make the rules. It's not my job to impose rules on these people.
These people.
Oh shit!
Oh, nice.
Holy crap.
No more Peters. No more.
I have like 8 single shot Nerf guns in my apartment.
They're so fun. But if you ever if you're like
With the arrows or like what is it? Just like little balls?
It's the
'Cause there's so many. There used to be so many different ones
they
growing
shoot
up.
hard
the
as hell
little-
now.
The little bullet that's like a tube.
Dude, the
kinda
balls
thing.
hurt though.
The balls
You
do
got
hurt.
hit with one of
I
those
have
right in the neck.
I have
it's
Nerf wars with my little cousins. They're not even my cousins. It's my cousin's little kids.
They're not even my
I don't want
biggest
to. I don't
people
want
I've
to
found.
have a Nerf gun because we might get shot. Because like someone will
yeah.
mistake us for having an actual gun and then we get shot.
That's why
We'll
we're gonna
shoot 'em
put
with
it.
our
in,
real
we're gonna
gun
put it
then.
in an Austin suitcase.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Did you guys have Nerf wars at your high school?
No,
Did
not
you
in
guys?
school.
We played 500 with that Nerf ball that also had like almost an arrow at the end that made it like fly forever.
Yeah.
We
Oh
would-
yeah.
We played that a lot in the park.
That was
Have you heard
fun.
of Nerf wars though at high schools? They go like
I've
I'll
heard
tell
of
you about
dodgeball. I haven't heard of Nerf.
So like
Nerf
at our
wars.
high school, like every year for like a month, you like the whole 11th and 12th grade breaks into teams. So there's like 20 teams of like guys and girls and stuff. And the rule is if you get shot, you're out. It's like a battle royale, like a Hunger
Yeah, it's
Games.
like that community episode of the
Yes,
paintball.
but if you're naked and get shot, it doesn't count.
At
So-
school, if you're naked.
Yes, so like there would be like
Dude, what kind of high school did you go to? So your gym teacher would make you guys get naked.
no. So it's not just in
yeah,
high school.
There's just some old pervert making the rules. What about if
He's
they're
got a
naked?
clipboard. He's like, all right, black, get naked.
No, it's fucked up.
I don't think you can say that.
So you couldn't shoot at school. It was outside. So the way I got out was that I was getting my tuxedo or whatever fitted for prom. And some guy lured me out, and we were just talking. My mom was right next to me, and this guy drove up naked, like butt-ass naked, stopped the car, shot me, and then drove away in the mall. Like,
Oh
out in the
yeah, I remember
outlet.
that because your mom like hooked up with that guy. You said right?
Yeah. And then she sat on his face. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Jesus,
Dude,
she listens.
don't talk about her like that.
She's a nice lady.
It's okay.
Yeah, she's our
Come
best
on,
listener.
man. That would be wild if you beat a guy in Nerf war and he's like, "Well, I got a new war for you. I'm about to tear apart your
All I
family."
got from this story was
Yeah.
there was an old man naked at a mall with a Nerf gun. And somehow this
not an
has to
old
do with
man.
Austin's high school,
That's kind of. I feel like that's mostly it. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
No, I thought you think that's kind of fucked up. That there's
Yeah, I do.
underage kids running around naked shooting each other in malls.
But whose idea was this?
I don't.
Were
I
girls
still don't know
ever
to this
doing it?
day.
Because this is kind of like skinny dipping when you're a teenager. It's
Yeah.
Dude,
like,
skinny dipping, running naked through a mall, that's schizophrenia. Like, that's not
I don't know.
skinny dipping.
I think as a teenager, I would, if girls were doing it, I'd be like, yeah, all right, I'll do it.
Yeah, and like it was like, and they would bait people in. They'd be like, "Come to
Yeah.
my birthday party." It's like, no one's coming to your birthday party because there's a war going on. It was like there was
That's
politics.
awesome. That's we pull out of Afghanistan and pull into high school.
Sounds like a horny Nerf cult.
It is. And then there's a coalition. There's like a leader and then a vice president of it, but you don't know who it is. They only talk through Twitter. So like their identity's not allowed to be told because they can't be like
Yeah.
biased.
So, like, Nerf war here, and then, like, 100 kids would show up?
Yeah, they're like, okay, so this land is blocked off for 2 hours because there's a football game here, and blah blah blah. Like I'm like, when I say it was fucking deep, it was deep.
That sounds like the early days of Snapchat.
Yeah.
Where, like, no, it does. Where, like, a guy was, like, a fitness influencer or something. He's like, I'm going to be here. And then, like, 100, like, kids would show up to work out.
I forgot that's how Twitter worked at the beginning too. Like somebody would be like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to get a T-shirt at Gap," and then on this store, and then
Everybody would show up to
everybody would
Gap.
show up.
Yeah, especially for someone of influence.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to hijack the podcast. I thought you would think that was
No, it's
fascinating.
cool.
That was
How I
fucking-
grew up.
That's
So,
wild. That explains a lot about who you are as an adult.
Yeah, being
Lots of
naked in a
trauma.
mall, getting shot at with Nerf guns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
being
these
like,
Nerf guns are definitely, they look a lot more like guns than when I was growing up.
they're all like orange though now. Everything's like to show that they're not a
bright
real
neon,
gun.
yeah.
I'm gonna start spray painting my real guns orange.
So
that
it
no
looks
one
like a
thinks
Nerf
they're-
gun?
Yeah, so it looks fake.
And then you should have like a
Not
utility
just the
belt with all the
murder.
Nerf stuff. You should have a
Yeah.
utility belt, but you actually have a full magazine.
But it's
in
just
your gun.
it's like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, we'd buy our Nerf stuff when I was younger from Toys R Us. We would go there and get it. And remember the Super Soakers?
For some reason, I want to
yeah.
be a kid today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
I
conversation
just want 20
really
years
got me
back on my
going.
life.
I think that's what it is.
I want to look back in my life and not feel like I wasted it. You know.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wish I
don't
was.
end up like me.
Then I realize I'm here.
That's so funny.
I'm not at a good start.
You're on your deathbed and you're like, I just wish I would have had more Nerf wars.
If I just got more lights that year, I was such a pussy.
But we could have made it.
3 extra
Could have
lights.
made it.
Could have made it.
I just fought.
Dude, Super Soakers, it was like a level of every 2 months, it was genius marketing. A new one would come out, and I'm like, Dad, I need this one. Like, they
Yeah.
had a mini that, and then they had the one with the backpack.
Oh yeah, that
where
was
you had
awesome.
the extra.
You pump it.
I mean, it was like a Super Soaker machine gun.
That was
I felt like
awesome.
I was like Stallone and Rambo. Like, it was awesome.
That was like when that Nerf gun that like Arnold, like the mini gun Nerf gun came out. Everybody that year got it for Christmas. Fucking awesome.
Here's a minigun Super Soaker.
Dude, that's awesome.
Dude, it was menacing when you had a kid whose parents couldn't afford or didn't want to get them the Super Soaker. So they had like the
yeah, the little.
just the little
handgun.
like one, the dollar store one. It's like it's just like when you can barely piss.
Yeah, and, then
And
you
I
just-
just you
it's
just
just me
nail them
now.
with a Super Soaker.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was the best. Man,
Looks like this is from a different country, and its translation in English is Soakzuka.
yeah,
Soakzuka.
it's probably like a fake version of a Super
That's
Soaker.
what Bader calls his penis.
Soakzuka.
Soakzuka.
Did you play kick the can?
He's afraid to do anything else but soak. Kick the can. I mean, I think we didn't really play it, but you're gonna kick a can down the road, sort of thing. I guess
It was like the best game, dude. Because you put it on the porch, and then you'd all run behind the house. So it was like an active hide and seek for a little bit older.
Okay.
Did you
didn't
play?
play it like that.
Did you play the smear the? You know what I'm talking about?
Smear the Austin, smear the queer.
Yeah. Did you play that? Or you seem like someone that played that.
Yes.
Yeah, but it was just
Yes.
all that was like tag and just
Yeah.
beat this person up.
Yeah, it was literally just an excuse just to.
That's
Body slam
That's
somebody.
not the game that was wild. The Red Rover game was Red Rover.
Yes.
That was the
where
one
you
where you all
clothesline.
lock arms and then
Yeah.
someone runs as hard as they can into your line. As the biggest kid in my class, that was a very fun game. that game was fucking awesome.
trampoline was pretty good.
Yeah.
as a young teenager, a lot of people would hook up on the trampoline too.
What?
Yeah, and you can bounce them off
Because you can't
while
have them
they're
in the
middle of their
house.
first
Because you're
kiss.
like at your buddy's house. There's a trampoline outside. That's when it all went down.
I think
Oh,
my
you're
first kiss
right.
ever was on a
I
trampoline.
forgot about that.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
My first kiss ever was my 16th birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it your mom?
This
My
is
uncle.
Dad.
My
Yeah.
uncle.
We all had different family members.
This is Dad.
We
He
knew
said-
it wasn't a real woman.
He said one day Tom Brady's gonna normalize this for us. But
Dude,
until
did
then,
you see Tom
we're
Brady?
gonna keep kissing. And
Did you see Tom Brady French kiss his parents? Okay, first of
Yeah.
all,
I sent you the video at like
Yeah.
2:00 in the morning.
dude, the greatest quarterback, maybe arguably one of the best
Ever.
athletes that ever lived.
Yeah.
Like for especially what he did when he went to the Bucks and just won it at 43 when everyone's like he's done.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But the fact that it was such a poor ass performance, he's getting way too much pussy right now. He's mentally fucked. And he goes and just open lips kisses his mom and dad.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Like I
What
need
gives him that right?
I want to say it's
like,
a
why is he
culture
doing
thing,
that?
but it's not.
Who's gonna have the balls to ask him that finally?
If I was
what's
a
up with the
reporter,
kiss?
they'd be like, Tommy threw for 250 yards today. Pretty good. Did you feel good about it? And I'd be like, Tom, I saw you kiss your dad on the mouth, and it seemed to stay there for a while. What's the deal?
Yeah. You know who would ask that? May she rest in peace, Barbara Wawa.
Yeah.
She would ask the tough questions.
You remember whenever
My
she,
baby Barbara Wawa.
Is she
It's
named-
moment of silence for Barbie.
Okay, but one of the funniest things about her, whenever she did that to Sean Connery, and she was like, you
Oh, the
said
hitting
once,
women?
you said once that it's appropriate to slap a woman
Yeah.
if she's out of line. Do you still think that? And he goes, I do.
He says he's like every now and then you give him a good whack.
There's no reason. There's no reasoning with them once they get like that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no reasoning. Yeah, that was his word.
Dude, honestly, Dana White would agree.
Yeah, he's just not gonna get in trouble, is he?
You know what?
They seem like they just have like
If you're white and rich,
I don't know.
What are they gonna
that,
do
That
then?
one seems like a wild one.
she hit him first.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I've
Doesn't
been,
mean he should have hit back because it's like if your child hits you, do you hit back? Your child's
that's,
defenseless.
you can't say that women
shoot
are
'em.
children. I don't think so. I think there's just got to be a line of like maybe we need to start. This is the wrong take. But yeah, there is nothing you can do when a woman starts hitting you, and maybe we just start taking that a little more seriously instead of being like, haha, you can't do anything.
Quick note
Pull
to
out a
our
gun.
viewers: this is a comedy podcast, and most of our takes and opinions are just our takes and opinions as professional comedians. So we don't always believe what we say. Do we wish
I'll
what
argue
we say?
any side.
May
Yeah.
or may not. May or may not do we wish that we lived in a reality of what we say was true.
I think you can mush women. Just stick your hand.
What about
out.
just like
Give him a Derrick Henry stiff arm.
okay, that's too much too. What if you just put their head underwater for a little bit?
All right, I was worried you got soft for a second. I should have known better.
Yeah, they had to lay down and you like drip water on their forehead. For
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
that
yeah.
was.
Not waterboarding, but drip boarding.
yeah.
You know what upset me the most when I saw the Dana White video?
What? You couldn't see it in better picture?
I was 3 nightclubs away, and I
No
was like, I
way.
was at the wrong party on New Year's Eve. I was in Cabo with my friends, and 3 nightclubs away, I could have looked up on the dance floor and just seen, that transpire. And
Do you like to dance whenever you go out like that?
I'm a very,
I feel like you're
My hips don't
funner.
lie.
Yeah.
Have you seen him dance at at a dance club?
I've seen him dance before, but never at a
I
club.
know they can't
We're
see
more of sitting and eating boys.
Yeah, his dancing at the dance club is doing this.
Yeah.
Knocking a microphone over.
Yeah, that's sort of how I danced in high school. Whenever girls would be like, "Why don't you dance?" and I'd be like, "Okay."
Yeah, he just like and he looks down, not even at anybody. Just
Yeah,
it's so funny.
can't have wandering eyes if you look at the ground. How have you been? You went to Cabo. How was it?
It was good. I was with my friends for a few days, and I was with my family for an extended period of time. It was my sister.
You said that like it was court mandated.
It was. The best part is there's no Postmates or Uber Eats or DoorDash. So I was kind of regulated to whatever's in the fridge I would make for myself. And then the idea of having to make something and even being a middle-aged man, tiptoe around the house when your mom and dad's bedroom's right over there and they can hear you and they're going to say, "Are you eating?"
They're going to go, "What are you doing? Are you eating?"
Yeah, we just had dinner 2 hours ago. And my niece is 7 years old. I knew she'd wake up because she can wake up to a pin drop.
Yeah.
So I just went upstairs to where my bedroom was in the house that my brother-in-law had rented. And I would look out at the stars and I would wish for more viewers.
Yeah.
Starve myself. I'm going on a hunger strike until we get more subscribers. I will not eat another thing.
Dude, you are the Muhammad Gandhi
Yeah.
of
I'm
Mahatmas?
Gandhi of
Is it Muhammad?
podcasting.
Mahatmas? Gandhi?
Oh, Gandhi. Just say Gandhi.
Just Gandhi, yeah.
Just Gandhi.
Let's delete all that.
Ben Kingsley.
He's kind of like Madonna that
yeah.
way.
You are the Gandhi of podcasting. You're
Yeah.
going on a hunger
He's up there
strike
with Madonna.
to prove a point.
Yeah. That's I'm willing to do that.
If we don't hit 1,000
No.
subs,
Turn it off.
if we don't hit 1,000 subs,
Don't say our real numbers on the podcast.
Okay.
It's too embarrassing.
So just
If we don't
subtitles.
hit X
Hey,
amount of
write
number
this
that
down
we
where we're at
have
right
in
now.
our own head,
Yeah. If we don't hit
we're not sharing it with you. Mind your business.
5-figure subs by April, Kyle is not going to eat.
I won't eat until April.
So
I'll
there will be blood on your hands.
I'll kill myself if you guys don't listen to the podcast.
We cannot put that in, and that's probably one of the reasons we can't get our subs up because
Why?
we talk
All the
about
suicide,
death,
I'll
murder,
do it.
School shooters.
boosters, school shooters, dunking women.
What about dunking on women?
Dunking women would be a great strip club.
Yeah.
And they dance, and then you get to dunk their head in the water.
Well, you can throw a baseball at the
Yeah.
little target.
They dance on a little platform that if you hit the target, it falls.
Yes.
I like that idea.
And then if you pay extra, even if you don't hit the target, you just dunk their head.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah. These are all good
That's
ideas.
good. You should work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kyle, we'll discuss afterwards
I've got some ideas.
with our branding.
I've got some ideas. Okay. What about New Year's? It's the first episode of the year. What do you got? Are you a New Year's resolution guy?
Yeah, I stopped after I just wasn't accomplishing them. I was
Yeah.
always like reverting back to whatever. So I think of like broader resolutions,
Yeah.
and I just thought to myself, look in the mirror. This is going to be the year where things are going to be better because life needs to be better, because if it doesn't get better, things are going to get worse. And if things get worse, they get worse and worse. And I start eating a lot, and I start having a hard time. I start texting people who don't want to talk to me at odd hours of the night, and things get worse and they don't get better. And then eventually when they don't get better, I start to think of doing different things like playing Nerf ball naked in the mall. So it's just the year to get better.
Here to get better.
things.
Yeah, I think that's you really went there.
Yeah.
I'm
How
scared
about you?
for you.
How about
I don't know. I think I want to I think I need to get a little healthier. Like as I'm I'm about to be in my late 30s. I think there's like a couple
No,
things
you're not.
I'd
You're,
like to
you're
chill out.
28.
I'm 28, but
For a guy in his early 30s, I'll tell you that doesn't get easier. Start the habits now.
Yeah, I don't have any good habits though. So I think this is the year I'm gonna try to get better habits with just like
You shower every day.
shower every single day, probably twice a day, even sometimes.
Wow. Really pushing it.
I like to be clean. Well, it's just I don't like going to bed like dirty.
I've thought about that a lot.
Yeah, like people that lay in their bed with like the same pants that they rode the CTA in.
Yeah,
are,
that
you're
I
sick,
get naked.
disgusting person.
Yeah. I get like I'll change. I have like bedtime like shorts or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll change into that. But
Yeah,
the whole
yeah.
like the idea of like in the middle of winter, like getting in the shower when I showered that morning or I showered after working out to do it again, that's tough for me.
It's too much.
Well, I also don't want to dry out my skin.
Oh yeah, I lather on the moisturizer this time of year.
Yeah.
I think these
I'd
boys
like to
know about
lather
the
you.
moisturizer. So dogs.
Yeah, Eamon.
What about you? What about the GBs up there? Do you guys have any New Year's resolutions?
Mine is to make Bader some money.
Oh wow.
Wow.
What a thoughtful young man.
Yeah, that's truly awesome to see you lie with a straight face.
Definitely came from an acting. Definitely came from an acting.
Those classes are
background.
paying off, man.
Yeah,
You're doing
those
good.
acting classes
I've
you
been
took.
using his credit card to have
Yeah, yeah.
classes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that community theater you did in
Working.
Cincinnati really worked out.
Don't
How
ever
about
stop.
you, Nick?
I'd like to get out of here. So just, I'm gonna glom on to whoever I can that can get me to a higher place.
Right.
I like that showbiz.
Yeah,
Showbiz, baby.
I'm excited for.
What
LA.
I like
I'm
about
gonna
you
meet
is
a lot of
loyalty.
people.
My favorite producer of all time, Eamon. So how about you? New Year's resolution.
Just to survive, man.
See,
That's it.
he's got it right this young
Wow.
already. Better survive.
You two
As
are
in, you better survive.
in some trouble mentally, I think.
His is more resolvable at his age.
I just want to live to the end of the year.
Yeah.
I need to live until I see Avatar 3.
If I could just
My
make it
goal
to
this
the
year.
yeah.
Yeah, once all the Avatar movies are out, like I can call it.
Okay, hold on.
Once
What
my
are-
lease is up in August, I'm done.
What are your most annoying? What are the most annoying resolutions that you can't stand that people just constantly talk about in the beginning of January and like?
I know someone whose resolution is that they're going to say less when they talk.
Good. There's a bunch of comedians that should take that resolution. Fuck.
But it's been awful because anytime I talk to them, they're like, I can't be saying that.
Yeah, I guess that's my thing. It's
Awful.
not even specific New Year's resolutions. It's keep it to yourself.
Yes.
Why do
Don't
you gotta
announce
be
it.
fucking? Why can't you just do something, make a positive change, without getting all this like affirmation from like being like, look at me, I'm gonna do it this year. Just say you did it once you did it.
I want
Stop
to,
embarrassing yourself.
dude. I want to see a collage of like your Facebook friends or our
Yeah.
Facebook friends of every year around January 6th, 7th, where they just talk about it.
Oh yeah.
And it's like 9 years later, and
Well,
none
my
of it's
Facebook
changed.
friends were talking about something else on January 6th, but
Yeah. You come from a great town.
Yeah.
Uh,
there's talking about, hey, can you blur my face?
Anyone know a good lawyer?
There was a Facebook group I got invited to. Like, this might have to go, but I remember there was couple chartered buses going to DC on January 6th.
Oh, dude, I would have loved to go on
And
those
then as
buses.
soon as January 6th happened, that like group just disappeared. They deleted all of it. And it was like, because it's like people be like, yeah, we're gonna go there. I remember people posting pictures and stuff, and then all that stuff just got deleted immediately.
God, I'd be fascinated to like hang out with those people who still believe that.
It was awesome. It was awesome to see me and my comrades on the streets, you know?
With their muskets.
Yeah. And Slim Jims.
Here's
Okay,
a,
case you get
America's
hungry.
top New Year's resolutions for
top
2023
8
right now.
resolutions.
To exercise more,
Yes, that's on mine.
to eat healthier,
That's on mine.
to lose weight. It's all the same
on
thing,
mine.
dude.
Yeah, everybody.
To save more money.
That's on mine.
To make passive income.
Yeah. To spend time with family and friends.
Not on mine.
To spend less time on social media.
That could
Not
be
on mine.
there.
To reduce stress on the job, kind of, yeah.
That's
to
not really
reduce
controllable.
spending on living expenses, yeah, that's pretty. But it's just
I mean, these are just goals you should have as a person.
move a little more,
Yeah.
eat a little less,
Yeah.
and make a little bit more moolah.
Yeah.
Whatever you got to do. You got to sell that titty,
Yeah.
and make that money. You got to show your navel to people for a little
Don't
bit extra a
fucking
month.
out
Do it.
me, dude.
You
I'm
know-
on Wiki Belly Button.
Yeah.
Oh, you're an Audi then?
Fuck.
Yeah, if you got to
It's-
trim
no,
your.
I'm an innie, but it's like it's like pushed out a little bit. It's not very cute.
Ew.
Really?
I think I'd like
Can't wait to see it
that.
in Los
Yeah.
Angeles.
Yeah. You're gonna see a lot of stuff in Los Angeles. I like to look into the camera.
Also,
Nice.
Bader, this right here, to reduce stress on the job, I think that's talking about your own job, not like on other people's jobs also. So.
I'm stressed.
Little Nicholas is awfully sassy today.
Holy crap.
Oh,
He's what if I guarantee we go over there, he's on Indeed. Just like looking for
No, I'm walking Hollywood Boulevard, and I'm like...
Boulevard.
Boulevard?
Hollywood
Yeah.
Boulevard.
you walk right into the Boulevard Freeway.
Yeah. No, just everybody we meet, I'm giving a business card.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to move on. I'm getting out of here.
funny.
We have to have Nick sign a non-compete before, because we take him to LA just for him to get a new job.
Yeah.
You guys
then we
never
leave
see
him.
me.
Yeah.
The whole time you're like, we're supposed to be filming. Where's Nick?
Hey,
Oh,
I talked to my wife.
he's trying to...
He's trying to get a new gig.
Yeah.
He is not coming back to Chicago with you guys. He's already found a place.
On Nick's resume is engaged at 16.
Yeah. That shows commitment.
Engaged at 12.
That shows commitment.
You think
I'll fit in with the Hollywood elite.
Yeah. In that you also were at one point in love with a 12-year-old.
Child bride,
Yeah.
All right. You are listening to the Baubak Podcast. I think it's time for the Jews. I mean, it's time for the news.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, wait, no, we have messages from our fans.
Oh,
we
yeah.
have we've been gone for a while, and we've accumulated some interesting comments and messages to our Instagrams and mainly our YouTube. The YouTube audience is unhinged, and we thought we'd read some, and then if you guys thought they were funny enough or had good reactions, we'd make a clip so that way we can say "fuck you" to them.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I'm probably not going to be upset with anybody, though.
there's that one good one.
People
I've
on
showed
the
it to
internet
you before, but
are always really nice to me. so.
If there's anything I've learned about being on the internet, it's that
Yeah, it's
all
that people
comments are
always treat me
nice.
with respect.
Yeah.
all right. Do you want me to go first? Read mine. I found.
Yeah, Austin has a couple. I just found one.
All right, this was on our most recent video. This is in terms of Bader. Could you pull up the picture of the guy as well so they know? Stanley.
Can we see the comment?
So this is a comment directed towards Bader. Is this the blue hair guy from the Hunger Games, the game show host guy? And this was a genuine comment of someone questioning if you and this person are the same guy. This is a Stanley Tucci from the Hunger Games.
I mean, how dare these fucking lowlifes, these lowlife 9-year-olds on YouTube where your mother should be blocking it. You shouldn't even be on there. And I don't even know why you're watching the Hunger Games because you're not old enough. And to think I'm Stanley Tucci, I'm not.
From Hunger
I'm a
Games. not
much
just
better
Stanley
actor than him.
Damn, you should dye your eyebrows blue.
And the resemblance that I'm seeing is starting to give me a panic attack.
It's you guys kind of. That's what I was doing. I was trying to imagine you without a beard, and I'm like, he might be Stanley.
I think
Tucci.
we have a Halloween costume if it was 9 years ago.
Yeah. Let's go back in time.
That's what he looks like whenever he has a private meeting with Austin.
God. I thought that was the funniest comment. I got that in the middle of the night. I got a notification. I read that. I died laughing myself. It was so funny. Another one on a different video. Why does the caramel guy look like Andrew Tate's secret lover? And that was in reference to you and your drip on the last podcast.
Oh, that's straight jealousy speaking, though.
Yeah, people just, they want to have that drip.
Yeah, they wish they could have what you have, which is a Lululemon tracksuit.
I forget what this comment was for. It was on a video. And it's, again, regards to Bader. This is one of your monologue ones. Don't think a guy your size could farm for 5 minutes.
Eamon, what are they saying to me? What do they mean, Eamon?
It would be funny to see you farm, but
Kyle, what do they
Yeah,
mean?
I
Kyle and
can
Eamon, my
never
two.
picture you like tilling the field.
yeah.
For 5 minutes. They said
No.
5 minutes.
That'd be so funny. You'd be on the phone. You'd be like, Austin, get over here.
I,
I don't know how to work this hoe.
Filming this at least.
I've been at barn dances.
Yeah. That's the same thing as working on a farm, for sure.
Okay, so that was a good one. Again, this one's in regards to Bader. Is the guy on coke or is he a sick psychopath? Either way, he should go to jail.
Go to jail.
All of those are possible.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's for Kyle. Kyle, I've sent you this one, but I just want to talk about it. The pasty virgin just called a multimillionaire that gets away with everything and does whatever he wants a loser?
That's for criticizing Paul Pelosi.
Yeah, it's that one. Yeah.
Dude,
For
Paulie Pelosi.
criticizing Paul Pelosi. I got
Wow.
that kind of heat on the internet.
Yeah, they were
Dude.
so mad.
A guy who was hit over the head with a hammer found with his lover and
Yeah.
just totally okay at 81 years old. Like, that's special.
It's fucking wild.
This one was someone like genuinely concerned about you, so it's a kind of long. You wanna
For
hear
me
it?
or Bader?
It's for Bader. It was on
Okay.
passive. What are you rambling about? At what age is someone considered old enough for you to support putting them down? Also, why shouldn't you care about your mother-in-law? You marry into their family and vice versa. They aren't blood, but you should still want to protect them. They are still family at that point. Another thing, if you were friends with someone who got into a fight, they aren't blood related to me, so I don't care. That mentality is not logical or okay morally.
That comment alone tells me that that person has no friends at all. The amount of like, and another thing, and then one more.
Yeah, they
thing.
wrote a novel. Or
Yeah, they don't
or
have a
short.
single person to run by an idea in their life.
Enough
They're just-
detail that they've watched it a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
still
yeah.
haven't gotten the joke.
They're taking notes.
Yeah.
You should take notes because that guy knows what he's talking about.
Yeah,
he
is
knows what
smart
he's
as
talking
You
hell.
want to get wealth. If you want to get rich, like you need to
Save
listen
it
to
for the
Thomas.
big
Yeah.
screen.
GetPassivenow.com.
Yes.
That's his website.
So those were the ones I found that were funny. Nick,
Yeah.
which one did you have?
This
Can they
one,
just buy our merch?
It's truly. What's funny is the most we're ever gonna make off this podcast is when you sell that URL.
this,
It'll
is,
truly be the most money we'll see.
this is the comment that I found that I loved. Someone said, "My cat died during this video. You can't make this shit up. Straight up choked to death while sitting on my chair. I thought he was just coughing. I watched an Indian guy force feed chicken nuggets to his friend while my cat died right next to me. I don't know if this means I should follow or block you."
Follow.
Follow.
Your cat's dead.
What are you
Time to
gonna
make new
lose?
friends.
You need to move on.
That's so funny.
Your cat is dead. There's so many kitties everywhere.
You can get a new cat. You
I-
can't
I-
find entertainment like
Would it
this
be
anymore.
wild if that guy at some point, you know, like before his cat passed away, if he was like making fun of, he's like, God, I hope this guy chokes on a chicken nugget.
Yeah.
I hope he does. And then his cat's like,
How does a cat just choke? Of like, did you have something around the house that you shouldn't have, where the cat ate it?
yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Maybe he
that,
left the chicken nugget out,
Maybe.
and he's blaming us.
I didn't know. I gave a cat a cheese curd. I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't know you could
This
do
Was
week
it
that.
your
I gave
cat?
one. No. But
Amy,
it
did you
seemed
have
like it
one?
was hungry, so.
Mm.
If cats are ever hungry around you, you can give them cheese curds. That's a little tip from
It's
me.
a little tip. I didn't know you
Nick,
could
what
do that,
time
but
is
they
it?
ate it. I think that it is time for the news with Baubak and Kyle. Here's your hosts, Baubak and Kyle.
This has been the hottest news story for like 2 weeks.
Dude,
It's so good.
it's so funny.
I mean, they fired her. Is it a small town? in Tennessee?
read
Yeah,
the.
read the article.
let's
Okay.
recap a little bit.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
Tennessee police fired after wild accusations of cop threesome on-duty sexual escapades. Escapades is that's a fun way to describe sex.
Excursion.
Yeah, it sounds like you're having sex on ice skates. So there was one girl that was getting like little trains ran on her or whatever,
But it wasn't from
little choo-choos.
this. I don't know the town in Tennessee, but I think it's a smaller town.
Yeah.
And her training officer she had sex with the parole officer, and she had sex with 3 other people in the department, many of whom were married. Then they would have parties at her. So one of the sergeants, her superior, would have parties at his house, and she'd come over, and they'd all have sex with her.
They all would.
Yeah, well, sometimes 2 at a time. And she said she was
the offering.
She said she was in an open marriage, you know, and that her
Very
husband was
open.
okay with it.
That's
I mean,
so open.
Her marriage was like goodwill open.
Her husband said, "We are."
I think whenever people agree to an open marriage, it's not like, hey, are you gonna fuck everyone you beat? Like,
You're gonna fuck your whole work.
I like that. Don't shit where you eat. And this girl's like, I'm gonna take all my shits at work.
But the best is that like 3 of the officers, they did an investigation,
Yeah.
which I think she ended up having sex with the investigator.
I mean, probably.
Why does she look like Austin?
If Austin was a female, yeah.
I thought she looked like Maisie Williams.
Yeah, you do too.
I thought she looked like Macy Gray.
That guy swearing her
I'm too
in,
old.
that guy swearing her in had sex with her.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just an insane amount of people who had sex with her. And then the fact that her husband in the end stuck with her.
Honestly, that's kind of.
Read this stat.
Okay, let me see the stat. The department is down nearly 12% of its officers following the scandal, according to Fox. 17, and it now employs a total of 60 sworn officers.
That's so funny. To
So
fuck
there's like
up
60 of them, and there's like
a high percentage of people at work.
Double digits.
She fucked a 4th of the of the academy. Like that is just.
She knows what she likes.
To be honest, I want to know the sequel. I like they should have suspended her, let her come back, and let's see if she could finish the job.
It is funny that this is what you have to do to get fired as a cop.
Yeah.
It's not like blow off the head of a 12-year-old black kid. It's like, no, like if you just like suck a little dick on company time, you're done.
Yeah, that's what bothers
Put
me.
your badge and gun on the table.
That's what bothers me.
No one's gonna give head during office
It's-
hours.
It's her body, her choice.
Yeah.
It wasn't like she had a criminal in custody and she said, wait here, and she made him watch.
yeah.
Well, you don't know.
Like, she didn't do that. She didn't take out her gun and say, you know, let me blow this gun.
Yeah.
Like, they practice gun safety. They practice guns. She kept the body cam on.
Yeah.
Like, she did what you're supposed to do as a police officer. She swore in. She promised to protect and serve, and she served the entire
served
department.
a lot. Yeah, she served a
She
lot.
served her vagina to everyone, and that's what you're supposed to do.
What do you serve your vagina, everyone? Again, I don't want to be on his side. Now look who's turning on the other one. What do you do? Because her face has been every meme on the internet for like a week now. What do you do after that? What
OnlyFans with your husband.
OnlyFans.
That's a great
Dude,
idea.
she's gonna be a
She's gonna make so much
multi-millionaire.
fucking money,
That's
dude.
true.
Multi-millionaire OnlyFans.
She needs to act now, though.
Yes.
We
Dude,
get.
she goes on Cameo. Do you know how many people are gonna fucking buy that?
Can
as a
we see
joke?
if we can find her on the internet,
Yeah, but
guys?
then you're
and get an interview with her.
like the bagel guy, like 5 years later.
Do
You
you
know
know
what I
how many
mean?
people are calling her right now?
Yeah, we'll just see if you can contact her. Get her in an interview.
That'd be awesome.
I want to get her for an interview, and dude, OnlyFans, the cop fucker, she would make like $5 million a month.
She's also a cop, though.
Yeah, she just puts on her old uniform. You got to turn in the gun on the badge. She's keeping the uniform.
Dude, if she starts a podcast, no problem.
Yeah,
It's gonna make so much.
I don't think people want to hear her talk.
they
I
do.
think
How to
OnlyFans-
I wanna
protect
hear the
and serve.
stories. 17 fucking guys. That's a lot of story.
That we
doesn't
know
include
of.
That
That
doesn't
we
yeah,
know
that we
of.
know, and that doesn't include like multiple
was-
escapades or whatever.
It was 8 guys. It was Fox 17 was.
Oh,
people
okay, so
posted.
8 guys, but that doesn't include if they fucked.
You
3
always
times.
multiply it times 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not even close. It's closer to 2.
24 guys.
You're so
Our
bad
math
at
is
math.
awesome here.
I thought you guys were better at math.
Because you think I'm Indian.
I think you're
My
Asian.
friend.
Netflix is hiring a flight attendant for its private jet, and it pays starting salary of $385,000 a year.
Damn, they could just buy Southwest for that amount of money. They don't need to
They
pay
could
one
they could buy
stewardess.
Frontier and Spirit. Streaming giant Netflix is hiring a flight attendant for 1 year, $385,000 a year. The role advertised on the company's website requires the Northern California-based flight attendant to carry up to 30 pounds
I'm out.
And you got to travel the world for extended amounts of time
on a
and,
private jet.
and be capable of long periods of standing. Why is that? Why don't they have a seat for them?
That was everything that was listed when we started working for Bader.
Yeah. Well, not the salary.
Right.
There's no salary. Are you looking for an internship?
The flight attendant will also be required to work flights on a Gulfstream 550 as needed. The streamer, which is known for its hit shows Stranger Things, Bridgerton, and Squid Games, said the ideal candidate can provide confidential air transportation and should be able to perform their jobs with discretion.
Unlike,
This sounds like a hired prostitute.
Yeah. It sounds like it sounds like she's this is
Some
like
like Epstein
Epstein
Island.
Epstein Island playing
Yeah.
all over again.
they only added
What
that
is-
last
what was
part
his
after the cop
plane
thing.
called? Little Mamacita or something like that?
Dude, they're like, you have to sign this
Well,
NDA.
hey, will you look it up and see what his plane was called? Epstein's plane, Lolita Express. That's what it was called.
Come on.
No
Yeah,
way
I
that's
swear to
what it's
God.
called.
Swear to God.
Yeah, Lolita Express.
Damn.
I mean, come on.
I mean, the island was like something stupid like that too. It was like
There are kids.
I have
here,
I
is
have
what
sex with kids here.com
it's called. Yeah, I
or
have
something.
sex with kids here in Jamaica.
What happened to Maxwell? Where is she at now?
She's in
Little
prison.
St. James,
Yes.
yeah, that's very pervy. Little St. James.
God.
I mean,
What about appropriate age St. James?
Yeah.
but what I don't understand is all the public figures that on record visited this island.
Yeah.
And just no one comments on that.
Yeah.
But we're canceling people left and right. But like, hey,
Oh yeah, for like having the wrong opinion about something.
Yeah,
It's
but-
like, what about that guy that was like just
who was it? Little St. James 13 times
Yeah.
last year. Like, what could you possibly be
It
doing?
sucks that someone could be such an animal but also struggle with mental health issues so much, you know? And he unfortunately had to end his own life. I mean, it's just
He was murdered.
I think it's important to remember his mental health. That was the funniest thing whenever he like hung himself and some fucking stupid like NPR or something like that on their news art when they reported it had to put the suicide hotline number
Yeah.
at the end of the article, and it's like, shut the fuck up.
Shut
up.
Did Epstein have any
If you're
kids?
struggling. Yeah, he had a
So-
bunch of them.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
all on
he
the island.
No, not the ones that he dated.
Biologically or
Yeah.
purchased?
Biologically. Because all this stuff they're selling off, or does it just go to the government?
I don't know. I bet the government tries to take as much as they can.
Do you remember when Tom Hanks was said to be like a visitor on the island, and then he like a month later got like
He
dual
got
citizenship to Greece?
And then he was the first person to get COVID.
Yeah, like
Yeah, right-wing people really had a wild turn on Tom
It was so
Hanks.
funny, but they're like, yeah, in Greece, pedophilia is legal. Like they can't like.
And it's like, no,
extradite
it's not.
you
Just
there for
everyone
it.
you know that's Greek is a pervert. That's
Yeah,
all
and
it
then
is.
I was like, oh man, Mr. Rogers.
It's just that Greeks are
I
perverts.
I don't agree with that. They have great food.
They do have great food. It's crazy that you could be that big of a pervert and be weighed down with like a gyro at the same time.
Little
you know?
St.
Like if I had a
James
gyro in my
versus-
stomach, I don't got the energy to be a pervert. I'm
So
like,
can we visit
nap
Little
time.
St. James now?
We were thinking about spending 24 hours there.
we should do a
just
pod
doing a little
from Little St.
challenge.
James.
Yeah.
I agree.
From
We're gonna
Epstein's
infiltrate.
Island?
Yeah.
Live from Epstein Island, it's the Baubak
Back
Podcast.
We should when we go to LA,
From
we
Little
should like
St.
set, we should
James
set up to make it look like
Studios.
that.
Yeah. What'd you say?
It's from Little St. James Studios.
Yeah, Little
Live
St.
from Little St. James.
All right, next article.
Why are you upset now?
Yeah, I
Mil-
miss him.
Millions of dollars. All right, I'm gonna let you do it. Then.
He was too young,
Yeah,
honestly.
he had so much to live.
He had his whole life ahead of him.
To lose him and Bourdain in the same year was really tough. Two men that gave us so much.
Kyle, when we go to LA, do you have friends here, or most of your friends are in New York? Like your
Mostly
comedy
New York, but I
friends.
have some comedy friends
Yeah.
in Los Angeles, the city of angles.
The City of Angles. Yeah, I haven't heard
Yeah.
that before. That's so true, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard that. You guys were laughing because I haven't heard that?
yeah.
It was supposed to be the City of Angels.
I read it wrong.
I read it wrong. Isn't it the City of Angels?
No, it's City of Angles.
Oh.
They used to have more, but now they're angle-less.
But the City of Angles makes more sense. Is the joke on me right now?
Yeah.
Does the City of Angles make more sense?
I was just being stupid and saying the wrong thing, and then you were like, "That's actually a really good point."
like blew like some philosophy shit was just dropped on him.
What makes you? So what about City of Angles? Do you think like accurately describes L.A.?
Well, everyone's looking for an angle. They're like, hey, I
Yeah.
want to sell you my script. Hey, this. Like, why is this person asking you, like, to lunch? Because they want something from you.
I
So
took
it's
it
like,
as a geometrical value.
Yeah,
that
I thought you
just
were
saying
like,
there-
yeah, the
there's
streets
a lot
are-
of buildings that have
no,
angles.
I didn't mean I didn't mean geometry because I failed that 3 times. Like, I
I didn't
meant,
even so I took geometry for one day and I waited until my senior year to take it. But my senior year, I thought it would be funny to wear this. Like the first day of senior year in high school, I wore a cowboy jumpsuit. It was like really tight, and I wore this tiny little cowboy hat on top of it. And so I'm like the biggest kid in the class. I'm a senior. Everyone else is a sophomore. And I'm in geometry. I'm like in this cowboy suit, and I'm like, this is too fucking hard. I quit. And I had to drop geometry in like a full cowboy suit.
And then you walked out and your spurs clinked down the
Yeah,
hallway.
I'll find a picture of it so you can put it up on the little
yeah.
on the little video.
Please do.
Dude, I was
But
so
it's-
bad at mathematics. Like, it was impressive how terrible I was. But my
was
mind
really
would just
bad.
shut down. I was like, what's the point of this?
Yeah, I can do like basic math pretty easy, but I'm pretty quick with little guys like that. But like I can't do any geometry. Would have been the thing to learn too. That's actually a useful thing to learn.
Is it?
I
Yeah,
thought geometry and algebra are like two that are like, yeah.
Well, these
I
guys
could
are
use this.
smart. Like, they probably all took pre-calculus and got good grades and everything.
really. Were all you guys smart?
I took calculus.
God, you guys seem like.
But do
fucking
we use
idiots now.
calculus at all in life?
No.
I don't.
No.
I was so mad because I was in whatever that accelerated
Like AP.
stuff was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I took calculus junior year of high school, and I had to like convince them to let me not take the next calculus. They wouldn't let me. They're like, no, you have to take calculus too.
They thought you were
So,
going to be a neurophysicist
I
or what?
guess. So I just failed calculus, and then they let me take the
Yeah.
easy one.
It's so funny because like they always tell you shit like that where it's like because I was so bad in Spanish. I remember my Spanish teacher was like, if you ever went to Mexico, they'd kill you.
That's a very good
And
teacher.
In
Yeah,
her,
what
in her
if
fucking face,
inspired?
I've been to Mexico like 4 times, and I've only been held up.
Dude, that's a
I've only
that's a
been shot at
teacher that
twice.
is so upset with all these kids from Illinois from a small town who
Oh,
just
yeah.
have no they don't want to learn about the culture, they don't want to learn anything.
No,
But she's like, finally, the cartel's coming to kill everybody.
I mean, she was like, it was like, I mean, this probably would have been 2000, 2001. It's crazy that I didn't even know a Mexican person, and so it was like to learn Spanish. It seemed like I was like, why would I ever learn this?
You're just like, I don't know any Mexican
I'm not
people.
gonna ever move anywhere. I'm just gonna I'm gonna live here the rest of my life. I'll never know. I'll never even see a Mexican person. Why would
And
I
now
need
you're
to
here
know
with
Spanish?
And now
We're
you're
the
in
Mexico
Chicago.
person, yeah.
And now,
Where it'd be very useful.
You have
yeah,
a
now I have
podcast with
gentrified their
one.
neighborhoods.
You have a podcast.
Let's see
with
what
one
other
of
articles we have before we wrap up.
Yeah.
Kabul's mannequins hooded and masked under Taliban rules. I mean, dude,
Pretty funny.
this
Looks
is
like an Onion article.
Looks like a date that Bader's been on.
I've seen
That's
him
a
dress-
girl. That's a girl's face after she watches Bader order a third dessert.
I mean, I don't even know how this got this far where the Taliban is like a branch of government in
Yeah.
Afghanistan. Like, so if you're a shop owner in Afghanistan, they're saying that due to their interpretation of Islamic law, your mannequins need to be covered or beheaded.
Yeah, dude, I
Which
love
is
that they
crazy. Like,
they're like they just love beheading stuff.
they want
They're
you
like
to-
we gotta fucking practice for the real thing, man.
Yeah,
Like let
they-
us do it. We'll do it.
hey, you own a shop, a fashion shop. Entrepreneurship is huge here in Kabul, but cut those fucking heads off.
Yeah.
You know what we stand for.
They're like, if
Get your
cut
little
those
video
heads
camera
off.
out.
Yeah, it's trying to hold it. We'll cut the mannequin heads off, and it'll stop us from cutting real heads off for a
Yeah.
little bit.
It's like conversion therapy.
It's like
for
their
them.
New Year's resolution. It's
And the guy's like, I can't display anything with cut heads off. He's like, I'm selling fashion. He's like, and they wanted me to dismember things. And I'm like, wow.
Oh, well, I thought one of the funniest like pushbacks was that they were like, these mannequins are very valuable and you want us to cut their heads off.
Like,
It's like,
this is where
okay.
this is
Are
where
you reselling a lot of mannequins?
Yeah, what's the
You're worried about the
mannequins?
resale value of a lot of mannequins? You can actually find mannequins on Facebook Marketplace. I've found some.
with heads or without heads.
Both. It's way cheaper without
Got
heads.
a whole closet of them.
But this is where
But
I'm
yeah,
living
I've
in
got plenty of
Kabul.
friends.
I have 3 retail shops. You know, I'm selling fashion, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm moving to Mexico
Yeah.
because there they cut your head off for a reason,
Yeah.
and
And it's 'cause you have
I can
a-
still have mannequins. Do you think that these like Taliban people, like when they're behind closed doors,
Mm-hmm.
there's no way they could take this seriously?
Yeah, they're
They
like
have
eating,
to be having tea.
they're
and
having
smoking
bacon
cigarettes
cheeseburgers.
and just laughing. Like, did
Yeah.
you see Aziz's face? I cut off every fucking mannequin. Just laughing, chain smoking, and just like splitting up the cash they stole
Oh,
from
yeah.
Aziz on the rake. Like, there's no way any of these psycho Taliban people, any of these mullahs,
I don't think
like,
we should
believe
judge
this.
them. Don't call them psycho.
You're right. Taliban is a branch of
Yeah.
government.
Let's
so.
give them respect, honor.
Let's see if we can film in Kabul.
Let's do it.
We'd be fine.
Yeah.
They'd like us.
What about you?
They better make me
That'd
join.
be so funny.
Yeah,
I get
brother,
ex-
where's your outfit?
yeah. I get executed though.
Yeah.
For sure.
Kentucky parents concerned after teen who compiled kill list was allowed to return to school. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. That's,
The parents are all gathering together, and they're like, dude, he's 14 years old. They say that he's gotten help. We shouldn't let this person back into school. He made a kill list. And I kind of agree.
I agree.
Like, maybe homeschool him for a while.
Yeah,
Like,
I
let's
think
see if he
you-
kills his parents first.
Yeah.
Test
It's
the
crazy
waters.
that, it's
It-
Apparently, he just crossed off kill and wrote kiss, and everything was
Yeah.
fine.
and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, we misread
He's
it.
just horny.
No, it's just my kiss list.
it's got to be so hard for a parent, though. It's probably why you and I will never adopt or have kids. But, like, it's got to be so hard for a parent where
I'm adopting.
Your
I'm,
kids
I'm
just-
adopting the boys actually.
Yeah, party
Yeah.
at Daddy Kyle's house.
Yeah.
but your kid feels like it's like your kid. You don't understand. Like, you're like, you look at your kid and you're like, Kevin, like, why'd you make a kill list? He's like, I just don't like them. He's like, okay. But at that point, if I'm a dad, I'd be like, you like us though, right?
Yeah. I'd be,
All right.
Yeah. You want some McDonald's?
Yeah.
What do
And then
want?
you go to bed and your wife's like, how'd it go? But like, well, he's not gonna kill us, but we got to keep him out of that school.
I do like that
ways they are.
I do like that they're allowing him to go back to school. Like school shootings have never happened before.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, he was joking around.
He was just kidding.
He was just joshing
He's
around.
a good kid.
Where does that phrase come from? Joshing
Just
around.
joshing around. I don't know.
It's kind of an insulting thing if your name's Josh.
Despite having been charged second degree.
Anyways, I've been watching a
terroristic-
lot of Seinfeld lately.
second degree terroristic threats.
Second degree.
What's
I mean,
first
just
degree?
yeah. What is first
Just
degree? Actually
9/11.
killing them?
It's just-
I think like waving the gun in their face,
Yeah, probably so.
He's saying, I'm going to terrorize you.
or like sending them a beheaded mannequin.
Oh
and saying,
yeah,
this is
first
you,
degree.
Mrs. Robertson.
This story immediately made me think of that scene in Billy Madison where like Adam Sandler calls Steve Buscemi. He's like, "Hey
And he
man, I'm
crosses him
sorry I
off the
bullied
list.
you," and then he crosses
Yeah.
off his kill.
That
Just a little
movie
mega
has
one.
guided so many people of not bullying people, being like, man, there's a guy out there putting on lipstick at home right now. I gotta get off that list.
Yeah, and then he comes in later in the movie and shoots some guy.
But then he winks at
Well, don't
Billy.
ruin
Yeah,
Billy
yeah,
Madison.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Dude.
Yeah,
Spoiler.
spoiler alert,
For
20-year-old
God
movie.
damn it, Austin.
God,
Yeah.
Austin.
He's older than 20.
What's
like
next? You're gonna tell
30.
us the ending of Top Gun? What a cocksucker.
Rosebud was a sled.
He's drunk, but he lands the plane.
Yeah.
Well,
What's also funny is that this is the county I was born in and grew up part of my life in.
that explains a lot.
Yep. There's some more. It's this.
Did you guys
podcast
ever have a kid bring we had a kid bring a gun to school.
We had a lot of trench coats,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we didn't know what was under them. So
I think he just wanted to bring a gun to school though. I don't think he wanted to
Yeah.
hurt anybody.
I knew people brought knives, like big old hunting knives.
I don't know.
It's kind of cool.
I can't speak on it because I'm not a parent, but like I think parents, like it starts there. Like your kid's walking out with a black trench coat, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Give me that.
Why'd you buy them the trench coat?
Or they, you know.
Yeah, I
we
guess
use
that's
it-
kind of the thing. Like, I'd be going back to that story before this, and I'd be like, maybe we take in some of these rules around our house. No more trench coats.
Yeah.
No more kill lists around the house.
No more killing.
Yeah.
I don't give
Take
a shit
that
how
off the fridge, Eric.
It's Muslim law,
right
Eric.
up
Take
next to
the
his
kill
report
list
card.
down.
Grandma, gardener, math teacher, my football coach. What is this? That's my kill list. What's for dinner tonight?
I want chicken nuggets. Why am I not on this list? Is this your love list?
We got to
All right,
take into
so-
effect his mental health, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if
We
he's
are-
depressed? He might be depressed. You know what? If
No.
you're depressed, call the suicide hotline. 1-800-DO IT this time.
I think
The top of the kill list just says me.
Me. Me.
1-800-STOP trying to get attention.
Honey, this list isn't ordered correctly.
I think the food apps need to get more involved. Like if you're depressed, call here. Here's $100 a DoorDash.
Ooh,
Or
I like
order
that.
away and eat your depression.
What are you guys giggling about over there?
It's Uber Eats' job to combat suicide
Yeah.
and school shooting.
There's
Yeah.
ancillary items that we could add to school shooters. We could help them. Instead of just medicating them, putting them in the psych ward, it's like reward them.
For their bad behavior.
Yeah, you stop this kill list, and we're gonna send you $100 of Domino's.
Domino's, if you're watching, and I know you are, send this kid, this 14-year-old kid that tried to kill everyone in his school, a Domino's. Free pizza.
Yeah, or
Great PR.
Pizza party.
in third party.
Guess he was a good boy today. Didn't kill any classmates.
See, third party food apps, our future sponsors: DoorDash,
Yes.
Grubhub,
Yes.
Postmates,
Yes.
Uber Eats.
Yes.
We need you to start giving out gift cards
Do you guys want to make
to
passive
troubled
income?
students. Passive income. Because once you get them hooked
Yeah.
on your food,
That's so funny. I was never a guy that would ever get food delivered at all. Never. I thought it was like the biggest waste of money, like such a ripoff. And now I do it at least once a week.
I just can't. Could you imagine at an Uber Eats meeting? They're like, all right, guys, what's our big promotion this year? And one guy stands up. He's like, we got to stop school shooting. Let's start giving out free shit to like all
Yeah.
these kids that we see in the news.
That's a great idea.
that's a great idea.
agree.
And they have the money.
I do. Those fees are really high.
Oh, yeah. You could get 2 cheeseburgers, 2 sides, and a Coke, and it's $71.
Yeah.
I feel like this kid should have at least gone to a new school district, right?
Yeah,
Like-
it's crazy to
And
put
made a
him
kill
back
list
in.
there. Like, go all the way. Have some commitment.
Like, how could he be in class and everyone's just sitting around him learning about like
His chem-
Sacagawea?
Yeah.
His chem partner was on that list, and he's like, all right, we got to finish our project.
Yeah.
Like, dude, Barry's on the list, and he's behind us. He's just uncomfortable.
Yeah, Barry's crying.
I don't
What
yeah,
lunch
I'm
table
guessing
does
this
he
kid
sit at?
doesn't. Do you think this kid has any friends that like kind of helped him with the list?
I don't know. There's people that weren't on the list that are trying to make sure they stay off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
I heard his English tutor grammatically was correcting his list.
Yeah.
He didn't put a comma here.
That's so funny.
It's not to whom they
Yeah.
may concern. Like, she's
Oh,
like
see,
telling- yeah.
I don't know why my brain went to this, but mine was that he had included the right pronouns with everyone on the playlist or on the kill list.
Yeah.
So they were like, actually, he is kind of a good guy.
They only
Maybe we should.
They may die.
Yeah, they will die.
they only found the kill list because he submitted for his free writing project.
Yeah.
This is poetry.
You said we could write about anything.
You said anything?
Well, we're going to LA.
Yeah,
We are taking this podcast on the road.
we are.
It's exciting. We're going to have guests this year. So subscribe, like, tell your parents you love them,
Then
Leave more
tell your
unsubscribe.
friends,
Then
Yeah.
unsubscribe
Oh.
and subscribe again.
and then
threat-
resubscribe.
Threaten to not resubscribe unless we do something for you, because then
Yeah.
we'll be more inclined to like help the audience.
Unless we'll cut off mannequins' heads.
In
you
comment on our
unsubscribe.
YouTube,
Yeah.
use Spotify, use Apple, download. All those people you didn't get Christmas gifts for, send them the podcast and say that it's free.
Oh yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great idea.
Or no, say you spent a lot of money to get them a subscription to it, because then it seems more meaningful.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And all of you that talk about it and you run into us and say, we love your pod, we love your pod, tell your friends, tell your family, and any interesting people this year we're going to interview. This is the Baubak Podcast. Kyle Scanlon, Baubak Bader. See you guys in Hollywood.
Are we not filming next week?
Austin's an idiot.
We are probably.
We are.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Here,
all
we're
right.
filming
I thought
here.
the same
Okay.
thing.
I was like, what?
Go
Can
ahead.
we follow you in the bathroom and film it? Oh, okay.